Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Tonight, all these drivers have a new challenge. They've got to turn right for the first time in the season. We've done so many laps turning left, but now we're at COTA, Austin, Texas, the eSeries. Welcome to the Australian NASCAR eSeries. My name's Aaron Dorman. I'll be joined in the booth by Nigel Seidel. So we should start looking at getting our leaderboard up to see how everyone qualified. On pole position, Brad Newman for Love These Sports. Then second place, Aaron Borg. Matt Danson, Ryan Jones filling out the second row. Trent Gosley, Dave Douglas, Andy Barber, Ruben Phelps for SRM. Riley for Nitro, he's first place Nitro driver. Nick Bottrell, Dane Snadden, and Ans Gufferson filling out the sixth row. Daniel Boyd and Stephen Williams, Luke Betts, Brandon Burkhart, Ethan Winter, Tyler J. Williams, Lachlan Equidio, Michael Campbell, Ryan Barber, Jason Holdsworth, who I believe is driving the course car. Then Brian Blundell. So as the drivers, they pull out for their formation lap. It's only half a lap till we go green. It's a little bit shorter than we usually do. So this is the shorter version of COTA. It is the West Circuit, slightly different to what we saw in the Cup Series and Xfinity Series on the weekend. It's a slightly short, different crossover, but these guys, they're going to make the most of it. We're going to do 45 laps and see who comes out on top. These guys are going to go off it like a rocket. How many cars can we fit into turn one? I reckon we can squeeze 4 or 5 wide in. So they're rounding the second last corner. No one really warming up their tyres, so they've got the hope on that they're going to have enough grip coming in turn one. As the course car just peels into pit lane there, they're going to round the corner and take that green flag. Green flag waves at COTA. We're racing in the Australian NASCAR eSeries.
Green's out, green flag, green flag.
So pretty even jump. Brad's got the slight advantage. Danson's looking on the inside, looking on the outside. They're bumping and grinding. Danson's going in there with full head of steam. Out a little bit wide. You can get that run on the outside. So they've got to try and get single file through the S's. It's very hard to go 2x2 through here. So Newman's got advantage. Danson just pulled in front of Ryan Jones there. Dave Douglas in behind Jones. All pretty tame through there. Nothing out of sorts yet. They're coming around on the back straight. Single file. We've got a spinner in the 93 there. Riley Curtis. Everyone's getting by cleanly as he can rejoin the end of the right.
Brad Newman's got a little lead built out already over a debut start for Aaron Ball tonight. in the 43. Matt Danson's coming in third. Ryan Jones in fourth. Dave Douglas in fifth. Ryan Gosley sixth. Ryan Barber just passed Ruben Phelps for seventh. Eighth is Ruben Phelps. Nine is Snadden. Hopefully I pronounced that right. And Bottrell rounds out the top 10.
So Borg's just still hanging on to Newman, not letting him get away as they now cross the finish line for the first lap. 1 lap out of 45.
This will be a one-stop race as well, so it'll be interesting to see what pit strategy everyone does play. If they decided to take it right to the end of their stint or come in earlier and see if they can do the undercut or overcut, whatever you like to call it. As we got on screen right now, the Stone Cold Karov and Cuthbertson, I think I pronounced that right, in the Stone Cold Racing Toyota Supra, racing it out there with Nick Bottrell. Beautiful pass on the inside there from the. You can see who that was.
Ethan Winter.
Ethan Winter in the 39.
Who's already up 4 spots. Oh, made a little bit there. Borg takes it on the outside. Can Brad do the crossover and keep it on that inside? Borg's going to have the inside run for the next few corners. Danson's also looking to get part of this. He's not far behind.
Gets the run. We've got a battle on our hands here, and Danson's just sitting behind thinking, these guys go off, I'm going to sneak up the inside and take the lead off, but this is going to be a run down to the corner.
Newman drives to the inside. Little lock of the tyre, little bang of the doors. Throws Borg out wide. Still on the inside there. Danson's also looking to make a move on Borg at the same time. But Danson's just got a little crossover there. You can see it in the camera. Borg just gets bullied for a couple of corners. You lose a couple of spots.
And Matt Danson says, I want to have a go at Newman now. Borg, just hop out of my way.
But Borg's got a good run out of the corner. Look at him trying to get it up the inside. He's on the wrong side of the road to start the S's. Thinks smarter of it and backs it out. Sits in behind Danson. Can he make a run through the crossover here? Has a look up the inside, doesn't quite get it done.
Well, Matt Danson is the fastest car out on track at the moment with a 137.567 last lap.
He's Dave Douglas. We saw him in the qualifying off camera, just doing the drifts around the whole circuit. So if he gets a win, we'll get him to do the drifts the whole time. Tyler Williams just pulling up on the inside of, trying to see who that is, the 79 of Daniel Boyd.
The good. And Tyler Williams, he's bringing in some stellar form from the ANC race on Sunday night, where he had a podium finish, finished in third. He was pretty excited in the interview afterwards, so he's bringing some good form into the X Series tonight. Looks like we've got a little battle on our hands back up the front now. Dave Douglas making the move on Ryan Jones. Here we go.
Looking up the inside, he's got to get it stopped. These cars are notorious for locking a brake. Jones is going out wide, going to look at that crossover. Another spot there for Douglas. Can he chase down Borg? They've skipped away a fair bit. They've just got all their little 1 second, 1.3 second gaps in front of them. Everyone goes single file through the S's. Got a little gap here with the number 9 and Brandon Burkhardt, I should say. Oh, the big.
Oh, here we go.
He cleans up the 52. Hits Henry King, spins him around. We're going to stay green. He's getting rolling. These guys are going to have to really judge.
There's the replay of it here, is it? Henry King coming through. Oh, did he just hit the curb?
Yeah, he got one of the hurdles and gets cut off.
Oh,
That
that's
was similar to
unfortunate.
what happened to Connor Zillage in the Cup race. Just didn't know whether to go left or right, and just unfortunately makes the wrong decision.
There was a incident back in the field too between Ryan Barber and the 79 of Daniel Boyd. They had a little moment just
Andy
before.
was throwing it up the inside.
But
So we got a
back up.
drag race.
And here we go, Dave Douglas making the move on Ryan Jones. He's going to get it stuck. I think he will. Yes, I think so. Then we got Trent
A little bit
Gosley.
wide.
Trent Gosley behind that as well. So there is some road course specialists in here tonight as well. We got to keep an eye on. Is Henry King was one who spun out just before in the Jinx Shifters car. Trent Gosley is also a road course specialist as well. He can also bring a fast car as well. So we got to be looking out for those guys as well with their pit strategies. He runs wide.
Danton runs a little bit wide. Borg's going to get him on the outside there. You'll have the inside for the next run of corners. They haven't let Brad get away yet, so Newman's just holding on. So these guys are going to have to look after their tyres. If they want to do one stop, they're going to want to push them out.
This is what happened between Boyd and Ryan Barber earlier, I believe. Was it Ryan Barber? I think so. Just went a little bit whole nuts. He spun himself around and... Oh, hang on a minute. Was there any contact at all there?
It looked like he got hit from the rear, but it's hard to tell if he just locked the rears or...
Oh, no, he got touched.
Yep, so that'll be Ryan Barber just coming in a bit hot in the brakes. Next corner, you see him have a little wiggle there. He's 3 or 4 car lengths back there and just comes in hot, just misses either his brake marker or Daniel Boyd just brakes a little bit earlier than Ryan was assuming. So here we have Tyler Williams passing Ryan Jones, I believe. And not Stephen Williams.
Stevie Williams from DPR. Here's another good pass by Tyler J. Williams. That brings him up to... My screen just went blank. 12.
12 positions.
Whoop! Over the curve they go. They go back up to the front now. We've got Ruben Phelps as well coming in. And Trent Gosley. Oh, we've got another Ethan Winter making on the move on Dane Snadden. I'll have to send him a message to make sure I pronounce that right. But a beautiful pass there. Brings him up to into 8th. So Brad Newman's got a nice 1.2 second lead over Borg with Danson in 3rd. Dave Douglas 4th. Well, here we go. What was that? 619.
So Michael Campbell just has a little spin mid-corner. Gets away with it. Everyone else around him gets away with it. We're side by side with the 98. Of Stevie Williams. Yep. Let Nick Bottrell, I believe, go through.
Yeah, also to remember too that here we go.
Oh, we're out wide.
Oh no!
And he's corrected him.
Oh,
Sent into the
here we
fence.
go. Here we go.
This could be a caution here. Everyone's going.
Everyone's going.
Hit the fence again, so that's going to be a little bit more damage. So Nick runs wide. Stevie Williams runs a little bit wide, and as Nick comes back on, just collects. And now the bonnet's up. And another clip of the fence just to kind of rub salt in that wound. So they're going to have to get back on it, try and gain anything they can salvage out of this. there's late race caution or something like that, people get desperate,
Yellow,
they'll
yellow,
be
yellow.
back. Caution is out. I believe it was just a delayed caution for the wreck on the front straight. So the rules for the caution are if there's a car high-sided on the gravel, a blown engine, or if there's 3 or more cars involved. So this is going to give them a little bit of chance to get their damage a little bit repaired. Whether they can get it all repaired, not too sure. But that one was an unfortunate one where Nick was just coming back onto the track and accidentally just couldn't see the other car and just right rear hooked him. So here we look at the schedule for this year. So after COTA, next week we're going to go to Phoenix, Las Vegas, Miami Homestead, and then Nashville over the next few weeks. So there's a lot of good racing coming up. Every Tuesday, just jump on the YouTube stream, the Facebook streams. You can like, subscribe, get in the chats. So we have a Waffles B in the chat saying 6 laps and the tyres are dead. These guys have been pushing very hard. So 8 laps we've completed so far. These guys are pushing hard. Whether they're conserving tyres or anything like that, who knows? They're just going hard, trying to make track position. So if you're watching, any parents involved, I know there's a few parents that watch every week, cheer on your kids in the chat there, like, subscribe, send these videos to your friends so get more people watching. Unfortunately, we're not on Facebook tonight, there's been a little issue there, but we're live on YouTube. See who pits. There's a few people. Yep. A few late takers to that too. They're going to get a first set of tyres. Oh, there's a little. Yeah, it's very tight in pit lane there. They're all trying to juggle for a little bit of position. It was only wide enough for 1 or 2 cars, so you couldn't really sneak up the inside of a car. That is a very tight pit lane in there. They've got no room for getting in and out there. They've got to be really careful they don't. They've got to be real careful they're not going to turn someone around in the middle of the pit lane. Ants Cuthbertson, he's taking a gamble. He's getting that point for leading a lap. But he's going to have a hard time on the old tyres when everyone else has got new tyres. Might only be 9 laps. But that will make a huge difference to the tyres. So you can see Ethan Winter is up 9 spots there as we run through who's gained and lost throughout this race so far. So Lachlan Equigio is up 8 spots. Michael Campbell's also up 8 spots, even after an early race spin. So on the chat, Steve Gerber says, turned a few laps yet, Aaron? I've turned quite a few laps in practice for Thursday night's race. So we're going to do another lap under the safety car, and then hopefully we go green. We've still got a few drivers on pit road, so presumably getting a little bit of damage off.
Alright guys, I am back. I believe it's another lap.
So Matty Danson's just... He's crawling. He's crawling into the pit lane, presumably going to get a bit more fuel. Maybe he can make it to the end on 5 laps. This could be the strategic masterstroke that the other guys might have to come for a splash and dash later on. So no tyres, just going to get a splash of fuel. Unless they're clearing a little bit of damage, there goes Aaron Borg. So the rear bumper of Matt Danson's car looks a little bit bent on the left-hand side there. So maybe he's just repairing a little bit of damage, get maximum aero. Since he's pitted, he's going to be towards the end of the grid anyway. But he's going to have to really fly in a minute because they're lined up 2 by 2. Lights on the pace car are going to be out.
So Anthony Cuthbertson is actually going to bring him to the start-finish line to go green flag racing. Danson, he's done 42 seconds pit time, so he fixed a fair bit of damage on that car, I'm imagining, and he'll be back out there to go back through the field as Brad Newman's on the outside, Dave Douglas and Ruben Phelps in the second line, and you've got Ryan Jones and Trent Gosley behind them there, so there's going to be and Ethan Winters in there as well, and Andy Barber, Dane Snadden, and Lockie.
Then we've got Darren McKenzie in the chat saying stuck at work, so unfortunately he's not here tonight, but he's cheering on his teammates in the 7 Stars boys. And then Greezilla, not looking forward to Thursday night, haha. The truck is a handful out there. So I believe that's Carl Withy. So shout out to you guys.
Danson's just coming up behind now. He's going to catch up to the rest of the field. There's another car behind him that's been on pit road. Henry King, I believe, fixing a little bit of damage, so he will be back up again now as these cars get to the line and 2 wide. The restart's just about to happen.
Let's see what Ant can do. Can he get a good jump on these old tyres when everyone else is on fresh tyres? He might think everyone else has to stop again, so why shall I stop early and get this track position? As you can see, the pace car pulls in there. They're going to round this last corner into the restart zone. Where's Ant going to go? Is he going to go early in the zone? Try and get that jump? About the middle of the zone. Newman's held back a little bit.
Green, green, green.
A very delayed green there. They're well out of the restart zone when that come out. Newman naturally gets a good jump. They're looking on the inside, looking outside.
Oh, here we go. 3, 4, 5 wide.
For Ant. We got the moving around. It's a traffic jam. Danson's in there.
Dave Douglas. Dave in the fence. Andy Barber was involved with that. Look at the 2 SRM cars DPR car, sorry, are involved in that as well.
As they get sorted single file for the most. Oh, a little hit there in the background. Not too sure what car that was. It was very well in the background. We see the 010 or 03 run out wide of Dane Snadden. The 39 car, I believe. Locking tyres of there's, you can see Ant falling like a stone. All these guys on new tyres, they've just got that extra grip.
He gave it a go. He tried the strategy call, but unfortunately, I think he's going to get gobbled up by the whole field here by the end of next lap. Ant will. But you know what? This is his first season with us. You're always here to learn, so he'll learn from this mistake and then come back and he'll be stronger next time as well. So
Snadden, you can just see him on the inside. You be careful it doesn't give him a touch, which holds him up, trying not to hit Ant. It's made him vulnerable to the 0-4 of Trent Gosley. Little lock up by Ant. You can just see those old tyres. He's locking brakes when no one else is locking brakes just yet. This early in the run for the rest of the guys. Only 2 or 3 laps on the tyres now.
So Brad Newman, he was close to 2 seconds faster, 2.3 seconds faster than any other car on track last lap, which is he's out to a 3-second lead now on Ruben Phelps. He's got a commanding lead. Let's see if he's used those tyres up or he's going to pose a threat later on in this race by other cars. Here we go, another passing position from Dane Snaggen. He's now taken on hand. Oh, we've got behind him as well as Trent Gosley. He sends it in there.
Just getting bullied with those old tyres. He's holding everyone up. No one wants to hang behind him and just fall further and further behind. Oh, we got a split. That looks like the 0-4 of Trent Gosley. Everyone's waving his way. He's waiting, looking on his relative. Gets away cleanly. Everyone gets through.
Yellow, yellow.
Caution is out with the spinner. So second caution of the night. Just Frank Gosley, just a little bit of curb there. Just lost it under braking, ready for that next left-hander. You're on the absolute grip limit there. There's nothing scarier than sitting in the car just waiting for the field to go past, hoping no one hits you.
Now, what's the track temperature out there? It seems like... Is it hot?
The track temperature currently is 33 degrees Celsius.
Right.
So not terribly hot, but not nice cool track where they're going to get lots of grip. A lot of horsepower, not a lot of tyre in these cars. 4 speeds, so you got long gearing in these, so it can make it difficult to pick the right gear. You can be in probably either 1 or 2 gears, generally second, third, around most of the track. So if people are looking for a quicker run, maybe they're in second when other cars are in third to get that stability. When everyone's bunched up like this, it's just all about track position, trying to get to the front. So there seems to be a fair bit of chatter on the track, the chat tonight about who's done laps getting ready for Thursday night's truck race. So Waffle Bees is asked if he's on wet tyres. Did he pick the wrong tyres? Is it a dodgy batch? Who knows? I believe he was talking about Trent Gosley, yes. And then RJ says more congestion than the cyclone panic buyers in cold aisles. So all the South Queenslanders watchers, they're going to know all about that at the moment.
So we head to the new to the restart probably next lap. There is just on 32 laps to go. As they all come back down pit road. Here they come. Here they come.
They might as well take another set of tyres, get fuel till at least the end. They'll be able to get home from this point, I believe. And with the X-Series having 3 sets of tyres now, that will leave them a spare set of tyres for the end of the race. So the late race caution, they're all going to be sitting well. There you go, you can see the side of Newman's car going up, taking tyres.
There's a very tight pit lane because it looks like Danson is on top of the other 43.
And you can see a few cars jumped Newman just there, so obviously they elected not to take tyres and a bit of fuel only.
This will bring Henry King into the lead, who has won some road courses with us in the Xfinity Series last year. I believe it was Road America. I think he won last year, won by a considerable margin as well. So he'd be looking to build on that from momentum last year on the road courses to see if he can get another good result or even another victory tonight.
While we're under caution, I might just take a moment to have a quick break to grab a drink.
Yep.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head to head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
We are back. We are back, and Henry King is still on the caution, and Henry King's still in the lead. Trent, that's Blundell behind him with Trent Gosley as well. But Blundell's gone in, and Campbell's gone in, and it looks like it's Dane Sedan as well gone in as well. So he's here we go. We got another lap under caution here, and we've also got the 201 of Aaron Betts, who's new to the series tonight. Brendan Burkhardt comes in, and I saw Matt Danson come in too. Hopefully he might be fixing a little bit more of that little bit more damage. I think that's what he's doing. So then that cycles through the field. So Henry King and Reuben Phelps will be on the front row. Trent Gosley on the inside of Brad Newman on the outside of row 2. Ethan Winton and Aaron Borgen 43 on row 3. Unfortunately, we don't have any drivers in our driver chat tonight. Otherwise, we would pull one up and see how their race is going, but that's okay. We'll get that organised for next race. But we got Barber's in 7th, Daniel Boyd's in 8th, in the 79, and Dave Douglas in the 10 rounds is in 9th, and Ant Compinson is in 10th. So he's taking new tyres, so hopefully he can start moving forward instead of backwards.
So if he gained a lot of spots in that early non-pitting, it could have been a master stroke, just hanging out a little bit longer, hoping for another caution. Lights are out on the pace car, so we will be going green. You can see Ryan Barber going hell for leather, just trying to catch up to the back of the pack. He must have got the wave around. It's a long lap for him to get that lap back. How many wide can we fit into turn one? I feel like this is going to start looking... They're going to be looking towards the end of the race now. So you got Newman on the second row there. He doesn't like sitting behind other cars. He always wants to lead the race. So will you see him dive early? He's got the car on the inside of Trent Gosley, who's done pretty well to recover from that spin.
Don't forget about the 43 of Aaron Borg as well. He's showing some incredible speed tonight, and he can mix it with the best up the front as well. So he's certainly not out of the question either.
He's lined up right behind Brad Newman, so I feel like he's going to follow him anywhere he goes. We ran the last corner. They're looking down the straight towards the big hill into turn one. It's a late fire away here. It just feels like it takes forever. King gets a good jump.
Oh, Ruben got a terrible start.
Bad start, yeah, from Ruben. Brad's looking on the outside. Three wide into turn one. Can they all get around the corner without tagging each other? Borg's probably the biggest loser out of that. This didn't quite get as far up as he wanted.
And Ruben Phelps, he's back in the lead. He's overtaken Henry King, and he's away after that poor start. It looked like he missed a gear.
We got a car deep on the outside there. And Cuthbertson. Oh, hard into the wall.
Oh.
We've got a broken wheel there.
We stay green.
Stay green. We'll have to unpack that once all this is getting settled out. There's just a bit too much going on at the moment. Brad Newman's just working his way up on the inside on the 52 of Henry King. He's going to be looking at Ruben Phelps. Like we said, Brad does not like hanging around, sitting behind cars. 3 wide through that corner just doesn't work. You can see Trent Gosley just gets pushed out wide. Dave Douglas in the background. So you can see Borg just a little bit sideways there in mid corner.
And there's
not a lot of room. Tyres up on the inside of the 39 of Ethan Winter. Oh, he gets collected by the number 5.
Here we go.
Can everyone get around him? He stays still. He's got to stay still there. And he gets it off the racing line at least. He's going to have a fair bit of damage in there. Wouldn't surprise me to see him down pit road now. Brad Newman just having a look on the inside there. Pokes the nose in. Keeps Ruben Phelps out wide. Ruben's going to get slightly better run off the corner. Brad's going in. A little touch. Brad just backs out so he doesn't turn him. Then we're going to go single file through the S's. Don't hit the turtles. Don't get a bad run out of this one. Hard on the brakes to go over the crossover. Good run there from Brad Newman. Just got a little bit sideways over the little jump on the chicane there. Gonna have a look up the inside. Ruben's out wide. Doesn't want to fight too hard. Doesn't want to use too much tyre. But now they're looking 3 wide as Borg.
Aaron Borg
tries it up the inside of Ruben there. Ruben should get beaten up now. Borg just doesn't want to let Newman get away. He's hung with him all night. Hasn't given him a clear advantage.
And look who's in 6th place. After coming in and fixing all of his damage, he's now up. The big winner of tonight so far has been Henry King. He's up 14 positions so far. I know these those boys target this race as one of their races they know that they can win for the year, and they put a lot of practice in, and then so far they're up 14 positions up to 4th, so you never know.
Dancing back into top 6 now. To come back from clearing all that damage, he would have been at the back of the field. To now be up in 6th, he would have had a monster restart. He's up on the back of Steve Gerber on the chat says Big and Borg for the win.
You never know. You never know. If we get if Brad gets away, he's very hard to beat on road courses. So if he gets away, well, it's not over. But Aaron Borg here is showing some great pace. He was actually quicker last lap as well by 3 tenths.
Dancing gets in the side of Trent Gosley there. Just letting him go again, just kind of redresses. Probably feels bad for getting in the door.
We've got another car spinning off in the background. Looks like Brendan Burkhardt is having a bit of a spin off as well. Oh, Dave Douglas going a bit wide there.
Yeah, Ryan Jones going up the inside, taking advantage of that. There's plenty of runoff on this track. You can go a little bit wide. These guys have been given a little extra freedoms tonight to use those track limits. Go out wide, try and look at a run.
And Aaron Borg and Brad Newman, they're still out in front. And once again, Aaron was quicker last lap than Newman, so.
It's down to 4 tenths of a second, then you can see the back of the number 5 just been hit. There's going to be a lot of damaged rear bumpers in this, people sending it in deep. Using the car in front as an extra set of brakes. 8 tyres stop better than 4. Ruben Phelps just set the fastest lap of the race, I believe. Look at Borg, not letting him get a go. He's just sitting on the bumper now. Try and pressure Brad into a mistake. Brad goes a little bit wide. Uses that extra little bit of track. Borg's right there on his bumper. What can he do? Can he have a look on the inside? Might have given him a touch up at one point because there's a lot of damage on the right hand side there. As they're going to come up to some lap traffic.
So here they come now through the, I'm not sure what they call that part of the racetrack. Here I am thinking about the races tomorrow, but that's alright. We'll concentrate on what's on hand here. As the lap cars.
Are they going to get out of the way? Unfortunately, Newman knows about lap traffic at the moment after Sunday night's ANC race. Borg's looking up the inside. He's going to send it on the inside. Who can get it stopped? Side by side, coming down the hill. Brad's going to get the better run on the inside there, but then Borg's on the inside for the start of the S's. Are they going to go 2 by 2 through them? Oh, there's a little touch. Borg thinks better of it and just backs out of it. You don't want to go 2 by 2 through here. You're just going to slow everyone around or turn the car you're next to. The Borg's just going to find where Brad's not as strong, where he can get him under the brakes. Get side by side, get a good run off the corner. These guys are going to be using up their tyres.
Whoa!
Oh, that was very close.
What a battle.
And you can see Danson's made his way back to 3rd. What a great recovery from Danson. So now he's got a little bit of clear track, 5 seconds or so to catch up to the leaders.
But I wonder, will these guys have enough fuel to get to the end? where was the pit window? If we've if they all pitted too early, they may be a little bit short on fuel for a longer run. I'm not sure how many laps there are to a tank here. I should know, but I don't. I'll be perfectly honest. Oh, here we go again. Oh, no.
Having a look up the inside, trying to scare him into a mistake. I can't speak for the X Series car, but normally they're a little bit bigger of a tank than the truck, which can get about 30 laps from a tank.
Okay, so so fuel strategy will be completely out the window now. We'll be fueling simply a hell for leather until the end. Whoa, they are sending it. Aaron Borg, he is flying.
Quite strong under the brakes there, a little wiggle. So he's dropping down the first gear, try and get that run out of the corner. Got to be careful doing that, not to get the compression lock up. You see on the wheel, just not as probably as smooth as he'd like, just little corrections here and there. So we can see him just going around this very long right-hander. Getting on the power, little oversteer correction. Get on the brake. Hit the apex. You can run out a little bit wide there. Brake out wide, straighten out this corner as much as possible. You've had a bit of a run through the apex. Brad's just got the power down a little bit better. But we'll get a bit of slipstream up the hill. And be able to look.
There's absolutely nothing in these cars. You got 1 minute 38.25 is what Brad Newman's doing. 1:38.38 is Aaron Borg. But don't remember, there's a Matt Danson behind doing a 1:38.47, so he's not out of the picture yet either.
All very close times through there. For this late in the stint, they are good, fast times. Luke Betts had just completed the pass on Ryan Barber.
This is his first road course start with us tonight. Ryan Barber in the Southern Stars 05 car. He's an old man in the 5. Ryan Barber, he's sitting. Andy Barber is sitting in 11th spot at the moment as well. He is a previous X Series champion as well, so he's looking to make a bit of better show for this season. Hopefully get up there into the playoffs. He wants that title back, so it'll be interesting to see how those Southern Stars boys perform throughout the season.
Newman hasn't been able to shake Borg here. He's been on his bumper this whole time. We just got to decide who blinks first, who makes a mistake, who starts to wear out their tyres too early. Locks a brake, starts wearing out and heating up the tyre. He's got a really good run up the hill. He's going to look to the inside here. There it is. Run up the hill. Be hard on the brakes. Force him wide. Newman's just... They're not quite a touch there, but you wouldn't fit a glass of water between them.
So Brad's...
Borg's got a good run out of that. Who's going to blink coming into the S's? Is it going to be Borg? Borg's just backed it out there. Sees the better of it. Live to fight another lap. While these two was fighting, Dancer... Oh, that was a very close call. Big run into that corner there. While these guys are fighting, it's just going to pull Danson ever so slightly closer every lap. But Brad has to take defensive lines. And they've got to back out of corners. Just going to pull Danson further and further closer. So instead of being a 2-horse race, it's going to be a 3-horse race. He's got the clear air. He can get all the right lines, hit his braking markers. So Danson's about half a second slower, a bit under half a second slower than these guys. Which is surprising for how hard they're fighting. These guys are pushing hard. This is the best of the field. Always comes to the front. There's Borg. He's Is he going to give him a touch in the corner? No, he's going to just hold out. Another run by Borg. He's going to have a look on the inside.
Oh, he's made it. He's got it. Oh
He's outbraked
no!
himself.
Oh, Newman's back.
So unfortunately, Borg's just made a little bit of a mistake. Going back to what we said, who blinks first? There was the first blink that those two of them made. So now Borg's just going to pull back now 7/10s. Close that gap in a little bit. As we can see, revs it out, drops it down, little compression lock up there. Rub it down into first gear, get that run out of the corner. Turn it into the right-hander here. Moves on the throttle, real smooth. Don't want to slide the tyres. Get on the brake, be able to widen that corner. Get on the throttle as hard as you can here. So shift up to third, just blow it around this corner, using about 60-70% of throttle. Then full throttle coming into this section, hard on the brakes, 90-degree right-hander, or left-hander I should say, another 90-degree left-hander coming onto the pit straight. You can see how much that gap's already closed up. Borg's definitely got the faster car, but it's one thing catching someone, it's another thing passing Brad Newman.
So everyone listening out there on the YouTube channel and the chat, anywhere, give us your prediction. Who's going to win tonight? Looks like these two here, Brad Newman and Aaron Borg are putting on a show up front, but could be someone else as well. So if you're out there in the chat, in the comments, tell us who your prediction is going to be, and also to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Borg's just fallen away a little bit through that section. Really pushing through there. You can see how much of the track they use, how much of the runoff they even use.
So it's still a good battle at the front. There's nothing in those two at all. But then you've got Matt Danson before he's half a second quicker than these guys the lap before. So there's a battle going on here as well between these three cars here. It's Michael Campbell, it's Ryan Barber in front, and Daniel Boyd and Stevie Williams. Little battle going on here for 13th, 14th, and 15th.
Doesn't matter where you are in the field, you want to finish in front of the car that you're chasing down. You're always going to be just searching for that next position, the one after that.
And it looks like there's a battle going on in 9th and 10th between Dane Sedan and Riley Curtis. That's getting quite close as well. The battle for 9th and 10th. Both had strong showings. Riley Curtis winning the truck race at Daytona to start the season. So he's in the playoffs already in the truck series. He's come over to the X series to have a run as well. So he's showing some good form as well. Changing teams this year. He's now representing Nitro Racing. And behind him there is Ethan Winter. Ethan Winter in the Team Conti car. BBS Esports driver. But up front though, it's Brad Newman and Aaron Borg. They got 0.4 of a second, then 7 seconds back to Danson. So Danson's starting to fall off as well now, but there's some great battles going on throughout the field, but the real battle is out front. Those guys there as well. So in the chat, Sam Smith reckons Borg's for the win. Kelvin Clark reckons Danson's got the win. Wow, this is going to be close.
Only takes a mistake from one of these two for Danson to come through and swoop that win. He's got about 6 seconds on Ruben Phelps, so he's just no man's land. So Brad's just denying Aaron Borg at this point. Borg always catches him, but it's about getting past him. He's got a good run now. Is he going to look up the inside again? He is. Fourth Brad around the outside, but can he get the good enough run to make it stick into turn 2 and into the S's?
I think Brad backs off to let him so he can overshoot the corner, and then he just slides through. He
Might have backed up a little bit too much.
Gave him position. He thought now catch. He wants to play a bit of chase behind now. It could be a good strategy. Really. He could just sit behind and save his tyres a little bit, and then Aaron he'll start pushing on, and then Brad might make the pass a little bit later on in the run. It'll be interesting to see how this strategy plays out. And Danson, he's full.
Oh, he's having a look on the inside. Borg at the moment, he's just that big blue carrot. He's looking up the inside, lock up the brake. Oh, they touch, they get away with it. Going to give Borg a little bit of breathing space. Brad did the gentlemanly thing, just didn't push it too hard after the contact, let him go. He wants to do this fair, he wants to do it clean.
So Henry Jones, Ryan Jones and Henry King. Sorry about that, guys. Little battle here behind in 6th and 7th. Oh man, I got that completely wrong, didn't I? And Dave Douglas behind him, just having a little bit of a say as well, but looks like Henry King's just a little bit of a quicker car at the moment on the long speed. It looks Ryan may get a run going into turn 1.
Takes it out wide. Keep it wide through the grass. That's not the best spot for traction. You can just see how much that slowed him down. Hard brake into the very tight left-hander. They both overshoot it a bit. And then Dave Douglas has thrown it up the inside. But Dave said, you go deep, I'm going in that hole.
Wow.
Anywhere you look in your back, you're just finding battles. Everyone wants to just get that top position, get the guy in front, get a little bit of those bragging rights. As you see, Borgs just stepped out to a 1.3 second lead on the timing tower there.
So here we go, Ryan Jones. He's just trying to find his rhythm again after that little pass by Dave Douglas. Looks like the back of his car there's a little bit banged up. Well, here we go. Andy Barber and Dane Snag is through up a building. Oh, little touch.
Couple little touches. One thing I'm saying up and down the field is everyone's rear bumper is bent. Mind you, the 0-3 there, straight rear bumper.
So Ryan Jones is gonna. Dave Douglas lets him through. Oh, no, and then behind him is.
Gets a bad run, so he's just letting Ethan Winter have the preferred line. He's coming across, maybe snuff it out. Who can get the inside line? You see Dave Douglas there. Just get that run down the hill. They're going to be starting to slip and slide down that hill. They'll get the throttle on too early, break into wheel spin if they're not careful.
And there's a bit of a battle going on behind here between Andy Barber and Dane Snadden. I've got to reach out to make sure I'm pronouncing that right. As they come through, through the S's here at the moment. Oh, no, he's not going to get a pass this time, Ty. But maybe after this little bit of a straight, he gets himself.
Hard to see who's got the stronger car there. They've both got their strengths and weaknesses. You can see 0-3 just pulls the speed into there, but then I think the 5's got better braking.
Well, he was half a second a lap quicker last lap, the 5 car of Andy Barber, so it wouldn't be a matter of time before that pass I believe will be done. There's an Oh, here we go.
Jones sending it up the inside of Ethan Winter. Dave Douglas is just sitting there, hoping these guys just barge themselves off the track.
Oh,
Oh, so close to that happening too. And Dave Douglas says, I want a part of this. This looks like fun. Ethan Winters out wide. Can he get back on without clipping Dave Douglas? Just a little hit of the bumper. But Davey's going to get them both. He's got to leave the 11th of Ryan Jones. A little bit of room. Oh, Ryan Jones has just pulled out in front. Up the hill. He's going to... Dave Douglas is just looking up the inside. Jones just leaves in that space. That kind of opens the door for Winter, but gets a bit of a run. They're going to go single file through the S's. Or are they? Dave Douglas, he's going to send it. Oh! That's going to be a slowdown for Ryan Jones, so he's going to have to take that somewhere. That's a big thing inside to be hard on the brakes. Force Dave Douglas out wide. Ryan Jones goes out wide. And he's
taken it off the track into the car park, and they've come back on the track, back to the car park, and look at them, all four here in a battle. And there's two teammates in this as well with Riley Curtis and Dave Douglas. Oh, a bit loose there by both the Nitro cars, but the DPR car and the Team COTA car from BBS. Oh, pits to Brad Newman. He's coming in as well. He was down to a 2 second to 3 second lead behind Aaron Borg, so he's probably going to come in and put some fresh tyres on that and head on out and see where he can finish off as well.
He might have someone telling him that these guys are in this battle. Get in early. Get that track position. You're going to lose the spots now, but if there's a caution and everyone pits, it will get cycled back up to the front. So that might be the gamble he's taking. So they've well and truly used the best of the types. You can see how deep Douglas goes. Riley Curtis just sends it up the inside. There's no contest. These two Nitro cars seem to be having trouble putting the power down. You see them sliding around out of the corners.
So with Brad heading down pit road, Newman, what will this start triggering other cars as well to come down pit lane, and this might cause a trigger effect. Everyone was like, well, Brad's come down the pits. Maybe we've got to do the same, as we've got a battle here between Riley Curtis and Ryan Jones. So we'll be interested to see what happens over the next couple laps. Anyone else reacts to the pit stop, and as Riley just gives Ryan a little bit of a hurry up there. Ethan Winter looks like he's just going to get away a little bit from the pack now. So,
three. As you see, Dave Douglas's car is just not turning. He's using a lot of that runoff, taking the proper NASCAR line. So he's letting Brad go. He's got to get through this cleanly. They don't have to let him by. They're racing for position. He's got 34 seconds to the lead, 14 laps to do it. That's not what he wants to see. He doesn't want to see cars battling. He's got a good run out of the corner. He's going to be on the inside for turn one. He got that fresh tyre.
look at and he might have a free. And this is the thing with the lead that he had over everyone and Aaron as well. This is kind of was a free kind of pit stop as well for Brad, so he can come in and knowing that he can get past all these cars, and then he can go into conservation mode. When if Aaron or Matt Dance and all the rest of the field, well mainly Aaron Borg and Matt Dance, I think you'll catch Ruben in third with the pace that he's starting to show. So it'll be interesting to see what the other two guys do now. As we're on board now with Dave Douglas with the battle ahead there with Riley Curtis and
Riley just sending it up the inside, sideways, spins it. Doesn't quite spin it, he held on to it. These guys have just used the best of the tyre. You can see how much lock he's got on the wheel there. The oversteer there, the correction on the brakes. Good turn in there, but can he get the power down on the way out? Michael Campbell's just sent it up the inside of, well, Boyd's just sent it up the inside, and then the crossover is Campbell's going to have a look on the outside. Can they get through there cleanly side by side? Yes, they can. Or a little touch there. Frank Gosley's decided to hit the pit lane. So Newman's up to 6th now.
So just to give you a bit of perspective here of where everyone is, last lap with Brad on the fresher tyres was a minute 36.78, and then the rest of the field are in the 141. So he'll catch the rest of this field, and he will probably catch the leaders with this type of pace. So all the teams and crew chiefs will be on the wall now, looking at these times, thinking, well, we might be better off coming in as well.
But have they left it too late to make that advantage?
Well, they could too, but they could be looking.
52, he goes out wide, right in front of Brad. That's not what he wants to see.
But also too, though, then they could also say, well, we may be looking for a top 5 finish, and we may be looking for a top 10 instead of trying to go for the win. A lot of these playoff and charter drivers will be thinking of playoff points and things like that as well. So there'll be a lot of strategy starting to happen now with only 12 to go. That Aaron Borg is still showing some great pace. Last lap was 139, so he's if he can hold off for the next 12 laps, it all depends how much fuel he's got as well. The race is his to lose pretty much. So let's see what the next 12 laps brings.
So Newman's tyres are going to drop off as well, so he won't catch him at 3 seconds a lap the whole stint. It will come down to 2 seconds and 1 second. Borg will be in tyre conservation mode. He's under no threat from behind. Got no one in front. We've got Riley Curtis just having a look up the inside of Ryan Jones here. Is he going to do it? He's not quite far enough. He goes in deep, locks a brake, gets it turned. They touch a little bit. Who's going to back out coming into the S's? They're side by side. Ryan Jones backs out.
As we head back up into 3rd place now with Ruben Phelps and Brad Newman, there'll be a pass here, I'd imagine, very shortly. They're just a fresher tyre, a little bit better off. So here he comes through these S's. I would have thought there'd be a pass made here in the next corner. Oh, no, he's going to let him through.
He's not letting him through. He doesn't have to just let him through, but those tyres just make it a lot easier for dancing.
Newman,
my bad.
Here we go again. The battle, this battle's still going on between these two guys. 3 guys, Riley Curtis, Dave Douglas and Ryan Jones.
There will not be a big drop off the curve for Dave Douglas. So there's not going to be a straight panel on these cars by the end of the race. They're going to have to go straight in the bin and new car for next week.
Now there was 1.1 second difference between Aaron Borg and Brad Newman last lap, and there was a 2 second difference between Matt Danson and Brad Newman. So at this pace at the moment, he should catch Matt before the end of the race, but strategy still to play out.
Does Borg have enough fuel? That's the question. I think he should. And then we're looking at Douglas just hunting down Ryan Jones. These guys are probably sick of each other by now. Oh, hard on the brakes, nearly gets into the rear bumper.
And there's one thing with these Xfinity cars as well, they do get loose as well. Once those tyres start to wear off, these cars are very, very loose and you can lose it very quickly.
in through this section here, you've got to be so tentative on that throttle. A little lock up there for Ryan Jones. So we're just watching how loose do they get. Can they keep it straight? There's a little drift there in mid-corner from Dave. So it's a 137.87, plays a 138.8. So 1 second a lap difference between Newman and Borg. And Danston is about a second slower again. So we tend to go, it's definitely hotting up. Newman's on a charge. Has he used the best of those tyres coming through the field so far? He's gone from 136 down to a 138 now. Oh, big hit of the turtle from Ryan Jones. He can't hit the turtle. It's going to bring Dave Douglas right back onto the back of him. He's just got nothing left in the rear. Bring a bit of dirt. You can see him locking under the brakes. He's just hanging on for this next 9 laps. There's Borg all out on his own, running his own race. Doesn't look like a short shift in there, except up into third to get around the corner. Just helps keep it steady. He's still revving it out to 8,000 RPM. I don't think he's saving fuel. The lap times he's doing, I reckon he's got fuel to the end. You can just see on the wheel there, there's no huge corrections. Drops it down into first gear. Pulls a lot of lock on. No oversteer like counter steering in there. Turns it in. All smooth. When you're not fighting anyone, you can just look after those tyres a lot better. Now we're going to have a look on board at Danson. You can see a slight correction on the steering there. Turns it in, a lot of lock there. He's not saving fuel either, he's revving it out. Straightens it out. So he's pretty smooth on the wheel, little oversteer there. Turns it down, turns it in. Again, reasonably smooth for this late in the time. We've had a little issue here with Trent Gosley. Looks like he's just got it a little bit loose coming into the brakes, maybe. Oh, he's going to hit one of the turtles. He's hit the turtle. And just sent him sideways. Gathers it back up. He's just fallen behind the SRM car of Lockley Equiju. Sorry, Lockie, we always seem to butcher your name. So there's Aaron Borg, just smooth on all the inputs.
I'm back, guys. I dropped out, but I'm back.
Trent's just having a hard charge trying to catch Equigio there. After that spin, he just wants to consolidate his position, try and get one more spot. The hometown of Nanago for Trent Gosley. He's down 9 positions from his starting point. You've seen him have a couple of spins. So what do we think in the chat? Does Borgie has what it takes to get it home? We can see how smooth he's driving. He might be coming up to a bit of traffic. That could play into someone's hands. Does Brad Newman even have what it takes to catch Danson at this point? 7 laps to go. About 11, 12 seconds. So you can see 39.5 from Borg, a 140.3 for Danton, and 138.78 for Newman. So Newman's about 3/4 of a second quicker, but he's going to have to really put the hammer down, deal with traffic. But caution's out. Trying to work out where the caution's from. So Daniel Boyd. So trying to work out where this cautions come from. We're unsure why race control called this caution. Sorry, everybody. He's definitely going to be able to make it to the end with this caution. But now that ranges Danson back onto the back of Newman, or back onto the back of Borg, I should say. Newman's going to be catching up. He's got the freshest tyres.
I'm going to chime in for a second. What an absolutely cracker of a race here at the moment. Nothing like throwing a caution in the dying stages of the race there, Azza, because now you got the other Azza, Aaron Borg, in the lead, Matty, but the big key maker you mentioned as well too is fresh boots there for Brad Newman. Like, he's loving this. This guy, caution couldn't have come better for the 40 machine.
Now that you have the tyre left under him for, there'll be probably 4 laps to go to the end of the race. Does he have enough tyre to get past? I believe that's a lap car in between them, the 03.
Yeah.
So he'll get shuffled out of the way. So Brad Newman will start behind Aaron Borg.
No, Matty should be in that. Matty should be in that P2 position. So, Matty's inherited that P2. But once again, going back to that strategy, I'll show that up on the graphics at the moment too. That's the pit stops, the last pit stops of these drivers. So they look at the stint length that they've done on these tires, 26 and 25. But Newman has got 9 laps, and we were talking earlier. You guys were talking earlier about that tire and how it chews through here at COTA. So Newman's got the tire, but one thing, as you said before, mate, one thing to catch, another thing to overtake.
Correct. So has Borg saved enough tyres, just running by himself? It's going to be a real tough one. This is going to be real hard to play out. They're looking to the pit lane. Borg and Danson down the pit lane, going to give the race lead to Newman. But I imagine everyone now will follow them through for the new tyres. And I've just heard on the race chat, Brad has said he's used all these tyres up. So these guys, Brad would have been going hard to just crawl down that space. So has he used the best of the tyre? Is this going to end in tears? Or they get through each other cleanly enough?
I think that's it's a bold and brave strategy for anybody going in a pit road with just 5 to go. Now, an oval race, absolutely, you would do it because you know how powerful tyres are on an oval race. Look at see if they're going left side and right side. Only left side. that they're taking the tyres on because they want to get out of pit road very, very quickly. That's Matty and Aaron Borg, the big battle there for the pit road.
Danson's
Brad, yep.
Pipped him.
He has pipped him.
That does mean Borg's going to line up on the inside. That could be the preferred line if he's going to have a big send.
So let's have a look at our current top grid here. I've got the track map up just so everybody can see where the cars are. That's showing the car numbers as well too. But Newman stayed out, but we knew that he had fresher tyres anyway. He went back in. He went in the last time he went in pit road and signed some autographs. Was on lap 30. Now fresher for stickies and boots for Matty, who just pipped Borgie in P2 now. Borgie in P3. Phillips is in P4. He went pit road as well too. Ethan Winter. In fact, everybody essentially went down pit road in that last pit stop. But only the driver of Brad Newman that said, hey, track position is key, especially with 5 to go, which will be 4 to go essentially when we go green, mate. Is that a right call? Is it a bad call? Please let us know out there in the chat. Only these drivers will know, and only in 5 to go, we're essentially going to find out what's going to happen.
Brad won't have another set of tyres hanging over the wall, so he played his hand going in early, got that advantage, but now he's at a 9-lap disadvantage to everybody else.
But 9 laps, essentially, let's just scrub 2 off, right, under caution. So 7 laps, let's say, lesser fresh boots.
Would have been a hard 7 laps trying to close in that gap, though.
Yeah, would have been, wouldn't it? He had what? It was a chunk of change down the road. We have lost, unfortunately, Nigel. We may have Nigel back. Nige, are you back, mate?
I think so.
Nigel's back. All right, I'll be back doing the production, guys, and you get the best of the business in the booth here. Aaron and Nigel, back to you guys.
Yeah,
Thanks for filling it in. So, Nigel, in case you've missed this, late race caution. Brad Newman on 9-lap old tyres, older than everybody else. Everyone pitted on that last lap. They look like they only took 2 tyres though. So
we're in for a great restart as I try to get everything set back up here, as I had a complete computer malfunction. I had blinking cars. It was just a bit of a nightmare. So I had to do it all again, and thanks Starlink. I thought you were going to be the answer, but I don't think that you are. So here we go.
they'll line up 2 by 2. Newman and Danton on the front row. Borg and Phelps on the second row. King and Winter on the third row. I believe it'll be one of those 6 cars.
I'll be there in 2 seconds, guys, as I get all of my screens set up again.
Unfortunately, my co-host Nigel's just having a few internet issues. So on the radio chatter, we can hear Brad Newman talking about wishful thinking that his tyres have cooled down to get the best of him for another restart.
So here we go. Now I'm back now, guys. So I got everything back to where I need to be. So got the chat going. So like, make sure you're out there on the chat. Give us a bit of a shout out and who you think is going to win. So here's me going around these last few corners. We've got Brad Newman, Matt Danson, Ruben Phelps, Aaron Borg, who has showed incredible pace all night. Henry King in the 52. Ethan Winter in the Team Conti 39. Ryan Jones in the DPR number 11. Riley Curtis in the 93 Nitro car. Southern Stars number 5 car of Andy Barber, and rounding out the top 10 is Dave Douglas representing Nitro Racing as they go around a couple more corners. I don't know, this is going to go 3 or 4 wide. You got Aaron Borg behind, who's been showing incredible pace all night. You got Matt Danson there, Ruben Phelps. You got Henry King too, who's proven proven to us that he's a winner on road courses in the past, and we do have 3 green white checkers to contend with as well. So here we go.
And Newman's going to want to get that power down nice and smooth, get that jump so he can defend into turn 1. Borg, I reckon he's going to send it straight up the inside. He's not going to want to wait. If he can get 2 cars off that front row in one go, he's going to take every opportunity to do that.
He's gone early. He's gone early.
Green, green, green.
So here he went early. He's caught everyone napping. So here we go again. Oh, dancing. We're going 3-4 wide. Oh no! Ryan Jones making it through.
You can see Dave Douglas just getting a little bit sideways.
Now it's going to be the key here to see if Aaron Ball can get past Matt Danson. He's shown a little bit better pace than Matt all night. So if he can make that pass early, does he have fresher tyres? Does he than Brad?
He's going up the inside. Everyone's got fresher tyres than Brad at the moment.
Okay. Now I'm up to speed. So this is going to be on. He looks like he's got past Danson. Yes, there's a big wreck in the background.
Everyone else is clear.
4 wide.
4 wide where it's a struggle to get 2 wide through there.
What?
Oh, he's hit Danson. Well, Danson's hit him. We're not too sure. Oh, they're sliding up in the background. I think Henry King. These guys are going at it. They're not waiting around. They've only got 2 more laps after this one when they cross the stripe.
Is 1.5 seconds gap between Borg and Newman going to be enough? As he's catching, it was 2/10 just while I was speaking, and as the sign says on the thing, "What a burger!" I'm going to say, "What a race!"
We got a spinner here. Frank Gosley around again, collecting the number 5 of. Oh, and then just calamity.
Throw a yellow. This is no. We're going to stay green.
We're going to stay green at this for pace. They're all moving. As Dave on the inside of Ruben Phelps just gets it clear. Very loose Dave's car. And then Borg's 1
catching.
second behind.
He's
but
catching.
left Danson. He's 6 seconds in front of Danson. Does he have enough time to catch him and get past? It's going to have to be a real aggressive, sturdy pass. Showing the bumper, just move him up out of the way.
Well, just think, last week with Josh Micklemore and Matt Danson was the last corner of the race. It was the move for the win. Can we see the same tonight?
Down to 0.7 of a second.
Yep. As we go back to the leaders now, this is where the action is. This is the where everyone wants to see. Aaron Ball.
Be stronger. You can see Borg just catch so much under braking there. Look at the run that he's got off the corner compared to Newman. Pulled probably nearly half a second off him there. Another run here.
As we get the white flag.
The line, we got the white flag. Next flag wins the race. Or finishes the race. Look at Newman just covering. And Borg going to send it up the inside. They're going to touch. They're going to touch. I don't know if they touched them, but they got out cleanly. Newman's going to have to get the power down. Try and...
I think the tyres might have... Oh, like just...
Little moment from Borg. Just dangled that carrot close enough in front of him. Deep into the brakes on the crossover.
Here we go. If you're in the chat right now, who do you pick? Half a lap to go. Who do you pick?
Newman's having a look on the inside. Having a look. Backs out of it. Brad doesn't want to give this up. He doesn't quite have the tyre to hang with him, so he's having a few deep dives that just ruins his exit. But this is making a great finish to this race.
Here we go. Wonder
We're
if
coming
Dan.
down a couple corners to go. Brad's probably too far behind now to make a proper lunge at it. Second last corner. Deep into the brakes. Borg
Last
rounds the last corner.
Oh, he's won. Yep, he's got it.
And Borg's taking his first win in the Australian NASCAR eSeries. What a great race. Clean racing by those front guys.
Oh, we got a spin going on behind it in the last corner there. I think Ryan Jones and Lockie was involved with that one.
Everyone's trying to get that last position at the end of the race. As we watch Borg burn it down to the top of turn 1. Gives the crowd something to look at. Nice on the top of the hill. So these are our grid results for the end of that race. So Aaron Borg, the winner by 1.4 seconds. Brad Newman just didn't quite have the tyre. He played the strategy early and just didn't quite pay off for him. Then Matt Danson in third place to round out our podium. Then Dave Douglas, Henry King, Riley Curtis, Ryan Jones, Ruben Phelps, Stephen Williams, Daniel Boyd, Lockie Equidio, Ethan Winter, Ryan Barber, Michael Campbell, Dane Snadden, Trent Gosley, Andy Barber, Brandon Urquhart in 18th place. And then Ryan Blundell, Luke Betts, Ant Cuthbertson, Nick Bottrell, Tyler Williams rounding out the field there. Then Jason Holdsworth and Nigel Seidel were our race control / broadcasters for the night. So a lot of these guys on track still are just having an expression session of drifting. Enjoying what a great race they had.
No, it was an incredible nice racing. I think it's about time we head to the green room and we'll start picking up our drivers. First we'll have in is Mr. Matt Danson. Mr. Matt Danson, congratulations on your third tonight. Fun race out there tonight. It seems like you had that little bit of accident at the start, had to get some damage fixed early on, made your way through the field again, got a bit of damage fixed through the field again. Looks like you had a interesting night.
Yeah, frustrating finish. Like you said, obviously, not really an accident at the start. We were doing okay early, and then it got jacked up on the pit entry because with the way it goes, you kind of shortcut, and then the pace car's there, and then if you're the leader, obviously it's going to give you a penalty, and so naturally the leader at the time had to back up the field, and we were all end up running over each other. So like you said, got a bit of damage from there. Went to the back immediately on the restart. Got snookered with I think I was following Aaron, and then he dodged a car, and then as he dodged that, all of a sudden there appears a car directly in front of me. So got my damage again, and then got that fixed. Yeah, we were way back in the field. I think I restarted somewhere way back there and made some nice progress. That part was really fun, and then I was obviously just trying to see what would happen as far as fuel. I figured that Aaron and Brad would be pretty close and probably making it, but I pit for a bit of reassurance anyway, just to be sure. But then we had that late race yellow, which was going to be exciting, and then unfortunately for me, just not had a great week. Obviously with the Phoenix on Sunday had the tech issue where I had my first dropout for years, as far as I can remember. And then tonight, just as we're sort of in that little short shoot, right where the pit entry is, and sort of coming. Oh, actually, we got the footage here. So at this point in time, I'm freaking out trying to work out how on earth I'm going to start, because I've realised at that point that I've got my wheel shut off, so I had no shifters. I normally would use paddle shifters, and I got, because the USB cable I've got is a little bit unreliable. I did get a backup. I got a sequential shifter to have as a backup in case that happens, but I'm very out of practice with it, and I just kept mistiming all. I mean, it's obviously not ideal to be one-handed a lot of the time. I'm sure if it was Brad or Aaron, they would have been seamless because those guys know what they're doing. But I was wobbling around trying to work out how to shift, and every time I shifted down, I wasn't rev matching with my blips, and so then I was getting rear locking and all over the place. And then next thing I know, I think it's this corner here, where I really burger it up, and then look at me struggling, wobbling around, and I was like, well, obviously I didn't want to give up, of course, but so we're still side by side, and I was like, please, just cool, and then we make a little bit of contact here, but I think I'm probably too shallow, if anything. Oh no, that's good, but yeah, that contact just kind of scoots me out. I actually thought I was, whoa, geez, well, yeah, almost got wiped out there, but I thought I was going to go fully off because the wheel was inverted, it was 100% around the other way, and I was dancing around trying to catch it. But then the last couple of laps, it was just just there as a bit of a passenger, just like I said, wobbling around, just trying to not lock up the rears and send myself off the track. But anyway, that's my TED talk. It frustrating because obviously we had the late race situation. Oh, there you see this part here where I'm disappearing. It's when I had the sideways situation, like the USB, obviously the wheel had died, but then the USB got loose from the sideways action. So then it's dingle dangling there, and I was like, oh shit, try to push it back in, racing in the dark, and try to connect it back up, and that's why we went incognito for a little bit. But survived to fight another day. Frustrating not to be able to battle for the win. I definitely didn't have the pace of Brad and Aaron. But it would have been nice to at least mix it up with them a little bit. Brad did an amazing job to hang on with his older tyres. Awesome result for those boys. Frustrated, but nevertheless, I think third is about what I deserve anyway. So yeah.
Well, quick shout out to all of your sponsors, friends, family.
Yeah. Quick is the underscored word there because I've waffled on for so long. Apologies. But obviously, Altus Engineering. The car was much better than I displayed, that's for sure. VRS, my family, Alex, Oliver, you guys for putting it on. I'm sure it was. I mean, it felt like from the driver's seat, it felt like at times there was a lot of really good racing. Really, I was sort of a bit of a front seat for the Aaron and Brad show for a while there, so that was cool. But then coming through the field, and I think there was a lot of good stuff happening. So exciting race, and hopefully it also promotes more people to get involved, because it's not as you saw, there was a few cautions, people were able to have a go, and it was really good fun.
Well, congratulations there, Matt, and we'll see you in the booth for the trucks on Tuesday or Thursday night.
You will. Can't wait.
You get to commentate our chaos.
Yes. Looking forward to it.
Thanks,
see you, boys.
Matt.
Bye.
See you, mate.
That's Matt. Let's next in our second place car is Brad Newman. Brad, congratulations on coming second tonight. What a battle that was. Pretty much the whole race between you and Aaron. You were door to door all night, having a great run. You done a few strategy calls which are different than the rest. Tell us a bit about your night.
Yeah, thanks. So it was good fun racing those boys. The strategy call was just once Aaron passed me and it was quick, I just thought, I've got to go for a win. I'll try something different. So that's all that really came down to.
It was great to see. You guys were banging doors, hitting each other all night. It was great to see, and it wasn't just 1 or 2 laps either. It was pretty much all night, except for when you done your little strategy call. With the 9 lap old tyres at the end, did you think you could hold him off?
No, I was pretty sure I was dead meat. But the tyres were a bit better than I expected after they'd cooled down, but they still just weren't enough. But I mean, that's the strategy gamble, and that's just how it goes.
No, it was like in the broadcast and on the it was great to see you guys battling all night and having speed all night, and congratulations on your second. Shout out to all of your sponsors and friends, family, whoever you want to shout out to. The floor's yours.
Yeah, thanks to the boys at Lobs Esports and Aaron and Matt for some good racing. It was good fun. And you boys, appreciate it.
Thank you very much. There's Brad Newman, our second place car for this evening. Let's bring in Aaron Borg, our winner. Aaron, congratulations on your first place. Second start in this is your second start in the series, I think. I was just looking up the stats then and coming away with the victory. You guys were going hammer and tongs all night, you and Brad. Congratulations. Tell us about your night.
Yeah, thanks. It was good fun. Great to be part of the series. We had a good race with Brad and I think it was Matt up there as well. So yeah, great fun. These cars, to be honest, I hadn't really driven these on road courses before this, so it was they're good fun, especially with the no track limits as well. That was a great decision.
It was a late decision by us and the admin team, but we wanted to make sure we could put on a show for everyone at home and make it more enjoyable for the drivers. Now, I had one question I was bugging me in the booth for the last 15 laps. Did you have enough fuel to last to the end?
Yeah, I did. I saved a bit at the start of that stint when I was behind. When I couldn't get him to start with, I thought I'd save a bit of fuel, and then I think I was good by about 1.5 or 2 laps at the end. So but the late race caution made it good fun and interesting.
Yeah, it was good, and so this was your second start for the series to come away with the win. I think you got a charter too, so you're already locked yourself into the playoffs for the postseason. How does that feel?
Yeah, it's good. Good to get it locked away early, and hopefully I can do alright on the ovals as well, because obviously it's predominantly ovals. So it'll be good fun come later in the series.
Yeah, well, congratulations once again from all of us here, and now the floor is yours. Family, sponsors, whoever you want to have a shout out to.
Just thanks, I guess, to the series for putting it on. It's good fun. And like I said, that decision with no track limits made it even better. That was good fun at the end there.
Well, once again, congratulations. It was an incredible battle. The whole night between you guys, it was door to door. You didn't give each other an inch over the full 45 laps. It was, like I said, it was great to watch. And congratulations, and probably see you next week.
We'll do.
Phoenix.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Well, there you go, guys. That's COTA for season 1. What a race.
What an absolute cracker that was. Like, just start to finish, the battles all through the grid. Everyone played fairly. I don't think too many cars would have finished with a straight panel on them. Just everyone's going back to the panel shop, knocking all the dints out, ready for next week at Phoenix.
That's enough for tonight, guys. Well, we will see you at Phoenix next Tuesday night. Well, hopefully we can see who's going to be the next driver locked into the playoffs.
So we've done 2 super speedways, a road course. Now we're going short track racing. So 3 very different styles of racetracks. So thank you, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Like and subscribe, and we look forward to doing this all again next week. So thank you, Nigel, for joining me in the booth. Even though you had a few internet issues.
That's okay. We'll see you.